It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. They hand this off to Harris. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
midfield. Here's Kaepernick. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play fake, now Fields to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a pickup of 3. And on now as this one's sent away. Here's McLeod on the return. 2. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. Flushed out right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd down now. It's Harris, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Kaepernick will try again on second down. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. He gets them a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground? So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points. And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
From the 29, Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw is Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Kaepernick. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Throwing now is Kaepernick. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fields to commit there for a Chicago first. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You say Khalil Mack and offensive coordinators get very, very nervous, and there's another example of exactly why. 9 sacks in 2020. He's been named to 6 consecutive Pro Bowls and been an All-Pro in 2 of the previous 3 seasons in Chicago.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Kaepernick now on 1st down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Kaepernick now to throw. Forced out to his left, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Colin Kaepernick. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
The point you just made there could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
And he's able to find Miller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. Fields on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Back to Montgomery on second down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On play action, Fields. It's complete. It's Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down at 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing on third down, Fields. The screen pass here to Cohen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a first down throw, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
From the gun, here's Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Check Mike, 6, Mike.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Off play action, Fields.
And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Kaepernick. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Mike Ford. You get what I need.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery.
Joe Schobert, number 4 in the NFL in tackles last year, in to make the stop.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 36, Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
On first down, it's Fields.
And this no receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Play action. It's Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Tevin Jenkins, a 2nd-round pick, the guilty party.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Now it's Fields.
Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but they still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run again with Harris. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Back to throw. Completes it to Miller. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Caught by Montgomery. Not much there, only a yard. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. He'll look to throw.
Swings this out here for Cohen.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw.
That's complete to Mooney.
His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
His kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back to throw, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 89 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Fields. Being chased out left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Chicago, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.